All right, here are a couple of application problems involving quadratic equations. So we have a rock falling from a tower, and the tower is 400 feet high, so the rock is going to fall 400 feet. As it is falling, its height is given by h is equal to 400 minus 16t squared. How many seconds will it take for the rock to hit the ground? Okay, so here you have to decide what information you are given that you're going to plug into your formula. So it says that we're looking for seconds. So we're looking for time. And there are two variables in this equation, time and height. So we have to plug in a value for height in order to solve for the time, since the time is what we're looking for. So how many seconds will it take for the rock to hit the ground? So the ground is the time that we're looking for is at the ground level. So h equals 0. So that's what you're going to plug into your equation. So plugging in h equals 0, I get that 0 is equal to 400 minus 16t squared. Now, this particular quadratic equation has no middle term. So that allows me to use the square root property to find the variable, and I'm just going to bring the 16t squared to the other side. So I'm going to add 16t squared to both sides, and that is going to give me 16t squared is equal to 400. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 16. And let's see, that gives me t squared is equal to 400 divided by 16. So if 16 goes into 425 times, so that means t squared equals 25. And now this is where the square root property comes in. I can take the square root of both sides. And normally when you take the square root of t squared, you're going to have two answers, a -5 and +5. But -5 doesn't apply because we're going forward in time. So we're just going to have t is equal to 5 seconds. Okay, now the next problem, your company uses the quadratic model y equals -11x squared plus 350x to represent how many units of a new product will be sold x weeks after its release. How many units can you expect to sell in week 30? So we're given information about the week 30, so that means x, which represents weeks, is 30. So I'm going to plug that into my formula. How many units, that's the y, that's what we don't know. So y equals -11 30 squared plus 350 times 30. I just plug in 30 for x and I do the calculation. And I did this earlier on my calculator and I got 600, and that's 600 units. So the other two problems in your homework are similar to this. So let's see if you can try to do those on your own.